Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Mr. White. Today I want to talk about a funny recommended YouTube video that's basically discussing the popularization of influencers, where influencers on this trajectory, what their expressed mental faculties seem to be going in the opposite direction. This is the title that the owner of the video basically put up, but I don't want to offend anyone who actually identifies as mentally disabled. So, yeah, this is a funny take, and do I agree with this? Personally, I don't follow any YouTube or I don't follow any social media trends, so I wouldn't know. I have seen this clavicular guy pop up on my Facebook feed because I have a friend who does his own little podcast, and I think he runs a Twitch channel, and he actually mentioned this guy in terms of Look Maxing or something like that, and I thought it was I thought it was pretty funny, but. No, I don't follow any of the popular trends these days. Pretty much do my own thing in my own little world. But yeah, this is definitely worth taking a look at, and whether you agree or not, I think he has a point. This also brings me back to a movie I saw about a month or two ago, where basically it's about takes place in the 70s. To give it a little context, it takes place in the 70s, and it's about an oppressed black man and his significant other. And this guy basically does anything and everything to get money. He'll become whatever he has to become to get money. And this predates any of the social media or any computers or cell phones and things of that nature. But yeah, and this film's called Chameleon Street. However, this guy is brilliant. The guy who's the main character, he's brilliant, and he takes on the role of let's say a journalist, takes on the role of a doctor, takes on the role of a lawyer, etc., etc. Definitely worth checking out. Definitely underrated hidden gem in black cinema. Yeah, Chameleon Street. But this is the total opposite of doing basically anything and everything for money without being brilliant.
If you open Twitch or Kick today, you see a digital dump site.
My name is Clavicular. I believe in looks maxing.
Stop it! Your teeth is pussy, arrow.
Streaming now is filled with these degenerate clowns who only seek drama, low-effort slop, and attention at all costs. Streamers like Jack Doherty, Clavicular, Aiden Ross, Rakai, and most of the streamers today have turned the internet into a circus of public harassment, toxic beliefs, and desperate attempts for shock value.
What the fuck? Put your hand in my food again, and I'm throwing all of your food.
You're not touching our clothes.
Don't put your hand in my food again. Do not do that.
This guy doesn't even have adult teeth yet, but he's already doing this. Already following the footprint of someone like Jack Doherty. The quick response here is to blame these streamers and call them the cause of the internet's rot. However, that is a common misconception about how the streaming industry actually functions, because the real problem with these degenerate streamers is actually way worse than you think, and it's all traced back to the 19th century when philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche wrote something called The Last Man. The Last Man is the total opposite of anyone who actually builds, risks, or creates anything real, because he wants nothing but comfort. He runs from real danger and shrinks everything big, dangerous, or meaningful into something small, safe, and pathetic. Nietzsche wrote this as a warning. What he didn't know is that 140 years later, the entire streaming industry would become a factory for exactly the kind of person he was warning about. Whether it is Neon faking his own death for views,
Years ago, you were caught faking your own death.
Here we go. Or Clavicular pushing toxic beliefs, steroids, and bone-smashing nonsense like it's self-improvement. And the new kids, like Rakai, for example, are already copying the exact clown blueprint, chasing the same low-effort chaos like following a YouTube tutorial. Every single one of them stares at the donation counter at the end of the night, blink, and say, "We have found happiness," all while building absolutely nothing of value. And here's the thing, these streamers aren't losers or retards because they're dumb. This is actually very far from truth. They are losers because of what's underneath every single one of them, and it begins with emptiness.
Of course.
Modern streamers are clowns because they are empty, and the machine rewards emptiness. Aiden grew up in Boca Raton, Florida, until his parents' divorce split his childhood across the country. He was a new kid in New York one year and California the next, then eventually returning to Florida again. He was constantly restarting his entire life. New school, new people, new room to read every time. He learned early how to become whatever the people around him wanted to see, and eventually fit in whatever group he was around. Therefore, he never built a stable core identity. He's admitted on stream he feels completely emotionless, like a puppet dancing for his chat. This emptiness is exactly what most platforms demand from everyone. Majority of streamers in Kick and Twitch embodies this exactly. And the tragic example is Clavicular. He openly calls his own life a fucking horror story. Years of hardcore steroid abuse since he was 14. Crystal meth to kill his appetite, and smashing his own bones with a hammer just to ascend his face. He knows it's destroying him. He said it himself, yet he refuses to stop, because ascending his physical rating is the only purpose he has left.
Before this video continues, I just want to put it out there. I do not agree that anybody should do this for social media recognition or for fame or whatever. Yeah, this is what's happening, but I do not agree with this nonsense at all.
These aren't mistakes. The platform's entire design, the infinite scroll, the donation spam, the algorithm that only rewards the next shock, the next rage, the next humiliation, it actively sculpts this emptiness. It doesn't want creators. It wants hollow vessels that can be filled with whatever keeps people watching. And when you're that hollow, you stop feeling anything at all. No real consequences of what you do. You feel like you're untouchable. And that's where the performance of courage comes.
What do you mean by that?
The last man is nothing but a bad actor because he's completely empty inside. That's why he performs the appearance of strength while possessing zero spirit. He shouts, he crashes out, he acts like a rebel. But it's all scripted theater for the live chat because clout is all that matters to their survival. The finest example is Jack Doherty. A couple of months ago, Jack got arrested for drug possession and standing on the middle of the street filming gambling ad. And just recently, he was streaming at a PGA Tour event and tried to get random people to yell at the competitors during their matches. It's not a new thing for him, because he's been doing these kind of degenerate shits throughout his career. And now, new generations of clowns are starting to emerge, like Rakai, who's just carbon copy of these OG ones. And honestly, he might even be worse than Jack.
That's ridiculous.
Yo! That's baby guts! Yo! That's baby!
The more you watch, the more obvious it becomes. These stunts are pre-planned for the next viral clip. They do this every single time. Just enough chaos to trend, never enough to actually cost them anything. Real consequences? Never. To be honest, the amount of retards Kai Cenat has generated has to be studied. All of them are chasing the exact same thing. They want to look like they have balls. They want to sound like they stand for something, but they don't. They lack the persistent courage to stand for anything other than their own survival and the next paycheck. And this is the last man in his purest, most pathetic form. He performs danger because real danger would actually require him to risk something. This is the proof that empty vessels often makes the loudest noise. But there comes a time when noise alone is no longer enough. When the stunts stop trending, when the chaos becomes boring, and when the audience craves something even bigger, that's when they go looking for whatever ideology or drama is hottest at the moment, because it sells. And that turns the whole thing into a landscape where everyone is...
Yeah, with those weird island boys, there's a conspiracy theory floating around that they're Jeffrey Epstein's kids, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, I thought that was worth mentioning.
Slowly becomes the same. It's the same mess every time. The same empty laughs, the same planned chaos. Conviction isn't a belief anymore, it's just a product. A mask you wear until the algorithm tells you it's time to change it for a newer, more profitable one. They don't have their own values. They just ride whatever wave pays the most. Take Sneeko, for example. For years, he was all in on the red pill nonsense. He was pushing the whole manosphere thing hard, talking about alpha males, dropping what he called truth bombs every stream. Then the numbers started changing, so he converted to Islam, started praying on stream, went to Mecca, and made that his new identity, the new selling point for his audience. Then, in November 2025, the moment that wave started slowing down, he came out and said, "The red pill is dead."
You know, I hate how they made the red pill seem like a bad thing. Because the red pill originated in the movie The Matrix, and the red pill represented almost like a sense of enlightenment, versus taking the blue pill of basically accepting everyday comforts without looking deeper and for deeper awareness. I hate how modern culture made the red pill seem like a bad thing, and put all these negative connotations behind it, when initially it was in the Matrix, it was to gain a higher level of awareness.
Plays the exact same game. One week, he's sitting with Donald Trump for the big spike during the election. Next week, he's bringing on Nick Fuentes or whoever else is pulling the most rage and donations. And when the celebrities don't come cheap, he pays them. Not because he respects them, but because they generate clips. They act like they're waking people up and giving them the truth, but actually they're doing the opposite. They make money off the exact emptiness and anger they claim to fix. Whether it's Aiden or any of today's streamers, most of them are all the same. This is the last man fully formed. He performs meaning because he has none inside. He changes his beliefs the way normal people change clothes into whatever gets the most attention and money that night. But this all raises a question nobody wants to sit with. If these streamers are so empty, so hollow, so obviously broken, why are the numbers still going up? Here's the thing. We love to blame the streamers. We call them clowns, degenerates, but the truth is harsher than that. The whole machine is actually powered by the audience. Right now, a lot of young guys are stuck in what people call the male loneliness epidemic. They're isolated, bored, and looking for something to fill the hole, so they turn to streaming for fake connection. They build these one-sided parasocial relationships with streamers, treating them like friends, like therapists, like the only voice they hear all day. Therefore, they don't just watch the drama, they demand more of it. They want the controversy, they want the fights, because that chaos gives them a quick dopamine hit. It makes them feel part of something, even if it's just a hive mind of people laughing at the same low-effort slop. Friedrich Nietzsche warned about this exact type. He called it the rabble, the crowd that poisons everything good in life. They don't want real meaning, they want easy entertainment, and the streamers give them exactly that. Performative, straight-up degenerate content, or whatever keeps them clicking and donating. The streamers aren't the real disease, they're just the symptoms. The audience is the machine. As long as we keep laughing at the jester and donating to the circus, the system will keep picking the emptiest, most broken people to put on camera. Nothing will change until we stop pointing fingers at the streamers and start facing our own emptiness, our own spiritual poverty. Until then, the last men will keep winning, and we'll keep feeding them.
Yeah, I thought this was an interesting take on the modern day streamer or influencer, whatever you call them these days. Yeah, as a lot of people do, money make people do strange things. Let's put it like that. So, yeah, hopefully I got a good laugh out of some of that content until we meet again.